Well, I don't want to keep you all night because it sounds like you are a super busy person. I do this thing called the speed round, where I ask a bunch of questions and we get to know the fighter a little more. And
Oh,
tonight, I threw it out to you have a lot of fans, so I have fan questions for you. And I'm going to throw your Instagram at the bottom. But before I do that, do you have anywhere else that people can follow you other than Britton Hart underscore?
that's my Instagram. I do have a Twitter now, so it's at Team Britain Heart. That's my TikTok too. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, it's Team
All
Britain
right.
Heart. So yeah, and then my Facebook is my name. So, but I don't really have an athlete page. I like keeping it on Instagram as far as that goes for my athletes. But friends and family, if you're my friends on Facebook, know that I really love you.
Awesome. All right, let's do this. Let's do this speed round. What is your favorite music genre and your favorite group or artist from the genre?
Oh man,
Your
definitely pop. I'm definitely pop. Like I'm a pop person. But my favorite artist from that is like there's so many really good ones. It's kind of sounds silly, but Celine Dion is like my favorite singer that I can think of, like that comes to my head. But she's not really pop, so
I really thought you were going to be a gangster rap type person. I don't know.
yeah, no.
What is something that you love to do in your spare time that would actually surprise some people?
Um,
You're a crocheter? No.
and yeah, I'm trying to think. Dang, I just do sports and hiking. Oh, I stand up paddleboard.
Oh, really? How old are your kids?
11 and 7. So my
11 and 7.
lucky numbers.
Yeah, nice. I got a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old, so they're not too far off. All
Yeah,
right. Well, Mike Hunold wants to know if you prefer gloved or bare knuckle.
bare knuckle.
Yeah, nice.
Hmm.
What is it about bare knuckle that drew you away from the gloves? I know you had an actual boxing match between your last two, but
Hmm.
you're not
I
completely away.
honestly, it's the people. The people really make it. Being in BKFC, the from the management and not just my management. So big shout out to Smith Brothers,
Yeah,
Combat Sports, by the way. Not just my management team, which is amazing. I love Kevin, but like all of them are
big
so
shout out to
cool. Like
Kevin.
I love Boss Babes. I love the people. I love like Chris Lytle and Sean Wheelock. Like just the whole family has made it. The ring is the nicest ring. I mean, there's no ring out there that is better than that ring. It is the nicest ring I've ever been in. So there's just the different pieces into it, and nothing is a bigger. If you're a adrenaline junkie, which I definitely am, if you're a adrenaline junkie, like there's no better feeling than fighting bare knuckle. It's the biggest adrenaline rush.
Yeah, and I don't see Shaq hanging out at any of your boxing matches. You know what I mean?
Right, future combat sports.
That's awesome. All right, my wife, Amy Mish, wants to know what movie would you rather watch, Dirty Dancing or Bloodsport? Because she thought Dirty Dancing and I thought Bloodsport.
Dirty dancing.
All right, all right.
I know my biggest thing, Contenders Clothing is also an amazing sponsor that I have that's been behind me for years. And they always give me stuff that says I'm a lover and a fighter. And I always I laugh and joke because I say I'm a lover before I'm a fighter. So, like I said, it's a funny thing.
That's great. Logan Weaver, up and coming MMA fighter, wants to know what is your best advice for all the female fighters out there?
Yeah, honestly, it's actually easy to say that. Believe in yourself, believe in yourself because as a female, it gets really easy to get emotional and get in your head and definitely be discouraged because I mean there are a lot of men in the sport, not that there's anything wrong with that, but you know there's other attributes that kind of be overwhelming, and if you do not believe in yourself, you're just not going to make it. Like you have to be super positive and confident and be able to stand up to anybody and do it for you, not to impress anybody or anything else. So do it for you. And I feel like if you believe in yourself as a female fighter, and really for anybody, but as a female fighter, especially if you can believe in yourself, I think that you'll do great things.
That's great. Now I got a extra one I'm going to throw in here because I'm on this other podcast called the Bove MMA Roundhouse, and Bob's in the comments here. He says, "Is the difference between bare knuckle is the distance difference in bare knuckle versus boxing hard to make up for?"
Well, you mean punching range?
I guess, yeah. I would think that's what he's going for here.
Yeah, honestly, it's gonna sound so silly, and a lot of people just say I'm really, really crazy. But my first bare knuckle fight, I was kind of nervous, and I remember being hit the first time and being like, "Oh, it's really just like boxing." So, I mean, even though it's
Not
not,
much
there's
of a
different
difference.
to me personally, and I think because a lot of people say boxers have gone in there like Paul, and he's like, "Whoa, this isn't boxing, this is bare knuckle." So I do think there's some truth in that, but you just got to look at my background. Like I'm a street, I was on the streets fighting before I boxed, so to me, it's kind of naturally in there. So to me, I'm like, it's really just like boxing. Because I've been there on the streets before. We boxed without gloves before. But I think
Right.
as far as distance goes, yeah, I mean, I feel like really honestly that's why I believe in myself as a boxer when I go in there and fight other people that have MMA backgrounds, because I think ultimately boxing teaches you the right distance to be at to punch and cut angles and move.
Excellent. Now, this next question comes from a guy named Luis Montez, and he says, "Are you into small Puerto Ricans? He needs a woman who can stick up for him at a bar fight."
Eso. I love Puerto Ricans. Puerto
Uh,
Ricans. I love all people. So
there
I
you
love
go,
anybody.
Louis.
It doesn't matter if you're Puerto Rican, Caucasian, Alaskan. It doesn't matter. I love all people. So
He's
I'll
full of
stick up
shit.
for anyone if they need help.
He can stick up for himself. He's full of shit. He just wanted to shout out to you. John Naples wants to know if you're going to wear Paige's face as a mask. I guess he thinks you're going to skin her or something.
Oh yeah, creepy but funny. Maybe no, no. Honestly, I want to be Britain Hart. Like again, back to my original
Yeah,
thing that
fuck
I
her
said:
face.
advice to female fighters. Like, don't be like, oh, I want to be the next Ronda Rousey. I want to be the next Paige Vanzant. No, you want to be the next you. Like, I'm the next Britain
Yeah,
Hart. I'm not. I'm better than that. I'm different. I'm unique. I'm my own person. So I'm gonna wear my face and love that and believe in myself that my face is going to be just as good as Paige Vanzant plastered all over the place.
awesome. How did you get your start in bare knuckle, and what was your motivation? That comes from Ian. He knows that you came from regular boxing. So what motivated you to go over to bare knuckle?
Right. Well, they asked me if I wanted to find bare knuckle, and I was like, no, absolutely not. I'm gonna be
Oh,
unboxing. And then they hit me up again, and I was like, thanks for the opportunity. And like I said, I'm a nice person. Thanks for thinking of me. And then I was actually out in California training with knuckleheads boxing and MMA, and I loved it out there so much. It was amazing, and I really thought it was going to bring me to the next level in my boxing career. So then when they called me, and they kept up in it, and I was like, finally, I was like, you know what? I don't really care how much money you pay me. I'm not going to be murdered on TV. Like I care more about my integrity and me being the best than I do that. And someone told me, they're like, Britton, I actually really think you can beat this girl. Like she's just a name. Really,
mhm.
you have what it takes to make it to the top. You just got to believe in yourself. So I let that, get in my head, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So I kind of got the blessing from some certain people, and I found myself really asking and wondering more about it and thinking about it. And so once you think about something for more than a couple of days, you know that your heart, like it's kind of in
Yeah,
your heart, that's what you want to do.
awesome. Um, Larry Davis asks, after you beat Paige, will your after party look more like a scene out of Wolf of Wall Street or a party at the Max on Saved by the Bell?
Um, man, I I need to know the differences in this party scene.
Oh, if you don't know the difference, okay, Wolf of Wall Street is about as raunchy, booze and drug infested fucking debauchery as you could find, and Max at on Saved by the Bell is more like a dance party with juice and soda.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I would rather go. I don't know. Damn it. That's a hard one. I'm gonna plead the fifth. Is that a thing?
Okay, yeah, you could do that. That's fine. I mean, if you say Wolf of Wall Street, you might be incriminating yourself.
I know, right?
All right. And the last one I got for you, this comes from Kaylee Adams. She says, "You are an accomplished fighter. You are also a beautiful woman. What could possibly make you not fear damaging your face?"
Oh, that was really sweet. Thank you. You know, to me, it's like, look at it. You can do anything. You know how many people I know that walk into walls and have their face like cut open from walking into a corner of a door, or dealing with dogs, like, you know, petting their dog and their dog bites them and they have these scars down their face, or getting in a car. Just think about it, guys. We get in a car every single day. You know how many car accidents there are? You just really cannot live your life in fear. Like, that's one thing I do not have. Like, sometimes it might be a bad thing, but I just lack having fear because anything can happen. And I live every day like the best I can and not being in fear, because if we live in fear, you're just really hindering your life and the possibilities of what you're capable of. And you know, that's what I look at it as. If you get in a car, you're risking, hey, you're like, oh, I'm a great driver, I don't have to worry about it. But there's a lot of other people on the road that aren't great drivers that can cause you your life. And we still risk that every day. So I look
Yeah.
at it in fighting when they tell me that, you know. And she's saying right now that I'm beautiful, which is so sweet. But I believe it or not, I have 7 face lacerations and I have broken my nose 3 times and my teeth are wired in. so
Oh, geez.
so I mean, I've paid my dues in this game, in this sport, and I'm still, you're still looking at me as a beautiful woman. So what do I have to lose, right?
Yeah, that's a great answer too. Awesome, man. You
That's cool.